Hey friends, it is Stephen Shedletsky here. I just finished up a virtual event here in my hotel room here in Portland, Oregon. So this is not my familiar surrounding and territory, but I had a thought and I wanted to share it with you. So in writing this book, which is coming out October 3rd, Speak Up Culture, When Leaders Truly Listen, People Step Up, I've been asked the question, what is the difference between a speak up culture and psychological safety? We hear this term psychological safety a lot. In truth, it's been around for many, many years. It helped to be put on the map by Amy Edmondson with her big study in hospitals in 1999. Project Aristotle in 2004 put psychological safety on the map, saying it is the #1 determinant of team performance, and that still holds true today. Psychological safety matters. And when I first started writing this book, Confessions of an Author, I fully admit that I thought I was simply rebranding psychological safety. I'm a fan of the concept. I'm not the biggest fan of the term. Huge kudos to Amy herself, both for the human being she is. Thanks, Amy, for endorsing the book, as well as her amazing work. Check out her new book, Right Kind of Wrong, by the way, which is all around studying failure and how failure can be productive. But Amy herself even admits, I just heard her on Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard this week, that she's like, not the best term, not the sexiest term. It doesn't even really explain what it is at its best. It can be misconstrued as safe spaces, which is not what it is. Psychological safety means that we feel safe taking interpersonal risk. That's how Edmondson defines it. And so I didn't love the term because it felt quite academic, and it felt like we're putting sort of a white academic lab coat on a very human, real emotion. And so I leaned into good old Zig Ziglar, if you know Zig's quote, people don't buy drills, they buy holes. And so I thought that the drill was psychological safety, and what you get as a result, the whole, is a speak up culture, an environment in which people speak up. And as I delved into the research and into the writing, I realized that it's actually more than psychological safety. And here it is. This is the thesis of a book in a 2x2 framework. Kim Scott taught me that if you write a business book, it has to have a 2x2 framework in it. So I, toiled and scratched my head, and here it is. So the two questions that we ask ourselves before we speak up, consciously or subconsciously, is it psychologically safe, and is it worth it? Now, both of these are perceptions. So I could work for a leader and you could work for that same leader. I could say, wow, aren't they the best leader? And you could be like, do we work for the same leader? They're awful. And we're both right. Because is it safe and is it worth it are both perceptions. And indeed, our perception is our reality. And so, of course, though, we want the vast majority of people on a team to feel that it's both safe and worth it to speak up. I speak up because not only is it safe to do so, it's not without fear, but it's less fear. It feels safe to take that risk and speak up, to share an idea, to share feedback, a concern, disagreement, to dissent or disagree, especially with someone more senior than us in an organization, and to even admit or offer mistake. Does it feel safe? Does it feel worth it? Now it gets really interesting. This bottom left corner, low safety, low impact, that's an unhappy marriage between fear and apathy. I've been there, no fun. But these other two quadrants are really fascinating to me. One, high safety, low impact. I'll speak up, but it won't matter. And apathy may set in here. Reason is because of bureaucracy, red tape, a systemic issue, or a change in habit that's simply too hard, we may speak up and may even feel safe to speak up, but we aren't left with any much confidence that it'll lead to any meaningful change or impact. The bottom right here, low safety and high impact. I'm afraid to speak up, but the stakes are simply too high to remain silent. This is where I so admire folks like Ed Pearson at Boeing, where he spoke up about the unsafe building of the 737 MAX. Kimberly Young McClure at the U.S. Coast Guard speaking up and speaking out about harassment at the Coast Guard. That takes huge personal risk and huge courage, risk to one's reputation, relationships, job, to put oneself out there, to put one's reputation on the line and speak up. And so as I've delved into this, a speak up culture is not only about psychological safety. As it turns out, I believe it's one of the drills. The other drill to get you that speak up culture is to create an environment where not only is it safe to speak up, but it's also worth it. I hope this helps.